But first, here's County Cable Montgomery reporter Julie Rios Little and OCP Director Eric Freeman to talk about what's going on in the Office of Consumer Protection.
Eric, can you please explain to me how the Office of Consumer Protection helps consumers?
We enforce consumer protection laws in Montgomery County, and we're here to make sure that there's no fraud, deception in the marketplace, things that are misleading or deceptive, because every consumer transaction is really based upon trust. You trust the merchant when they say they put a new engine in your car, or you trust that the product will do what the label says it'll do, or the advertisement is true. So when consumers have any problem in Montgomery County, they can typically come to our office and we will try and help them resolve that dispute. We're a law enforcement agency, so we have some enforcement tools. We can write civil citations, or we can enter into settlement agreements, but primarily we're here to resolve problems for consumers with any kind of purchase for goods or services. Our office was established in 1971, so we've been around for 44 years, and we have a dedicated team of staff people and volunteers that have been working here. Most of the people work here for many years, 20, 25 years. So we've had recently a few people retire, and some of them actually come back to work as volunteers, believe it or not, because they really enjoy the work. It's so satisfying, and so we welcome that expertise.
And I understand that you have a few bilingual staff members?
Yes, we finally do. For many years we had no one on staff that could speak Spanish, and we were afraid and couldn't translate our complaint form into Spanish because no one could read it if it was filled out in Spanish. So luckily we now have 4 investigators that are bilingual, one of whom is an attorney, and one is very competent in consumer protection in terms of home improvement. So we're very excited that now our complaint form is in Spanish, and we have 4 investigators, and maybe we can go out and meet a couple of them right now. Julie, I'd like you to meet Michelle. She's our newest investigator.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Used to work in the Home Improvement Commission for many years, and we were lucky to be able to steal her and get her to join our force.
Great, wonderful.
Michelle, tell me how you help the Latino community here at OCP.
My specialty is home improvement. And with the Hispanic community, I think we have to be very careful because we're very trusting. And we don't, a lot of times, homeowners aren't paying attention to licensing information. And they might go and pick up someone at Home Depot to come and do the work. And you're putting both are at risk because, number one, the contractor or the worker that goes and does the work, he's not licensed, he doesn't do the work correctly, they complain to us, and he could be facing criminal charges. Then you have something else and where you're picking up someone, they come and do the work, and they take your money. They don't have a license. They don't do the work correctly. They leave. You never find them again. You don't get a card. You don't get an address. You just have a name. His name is whatever, Hector, and that's all you have. So you're not as informed. That's one thing I find with the Hispanic community. You have to be informed of what the laws and regulations are in Maryland, even in doing home improvement projects.
Lorena, can you please tell me some of the issues that the Latino community have here and come to the OCP for help?
First is we're responsible for the domestic workers law, which requires an employer to present a written contract. We also see some notario fraud. In Latin American countries, notaries take the role more of an attorney. In the U.S., well, specifically in Maryland, they do not. So we often caution consumers to know that only licensed attorneys can help with immigration matters. And if a notario gets involved, that can cause serious problems for their status. Other types of immigration fraud that we see might be the selling of forms. And maybe it's not fraud, but there might be at elevated prices when you can actually download forms for free. And that's true for English-speaking people too.
And how can people get in touch with OCP?
They can call our office, they can click on the web page and reach us, they can walk in directly, they can like us on Facebook or check us out on Twitter. We can mail a complaint form to them, so we have many different ways that they can reach us. Sometimes we go out into the community and try and reach people. I've ordered this for you. But we're on the webpage. We have a telephone number that people can call. It's 240-777-3636, and it will be answered by a real person who speaks English and Spanish.